Yeah, absolutely. We're back on the Morning Brew with friends, and we got Dara, and we got our folks from Las Meganenas. And I know you're a fashion designer. You've been working on this. You ever done any hardcore stuff like for plays and theater?
I have not.
That kind of work.
I think it would be so much fun to do that, but I have not.
Yeah, because it's intense, right?
Yeah,
that's the kind of
yeah.
that's the kind of sewing and design work that really probably tests your skills, right?
Yes, yeah.
Do you guys see? I know you wrote the play that's opening tomorrow night. Did you also do all your own costumes and everything for it too?
Yes. We are pretty much.
We do everything.
You have to do it all.
Directing, costumes,
Writing,
acting.
Everything.
That's what's fun about being in a small troupe, though, right? Is You get to do all of that.
Absolutely.
If you're in a big troupe, it's just like you only do this one thing.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It's really a community cooperative effort.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Do you have a big wardrobe space? I mean, do you guys?
We have no space.
Oh, okay. That's interesting too.
whatever they have backstage in the NHCC is your space, right?
Yeah.
And you guys get to call that home for what? 3 weeks? 2 weeks?
So we're there for 2 weeks. We have 8 shows total.
8 shows. Wow.
Yeah.
And it is one of the best rooms in town. I don't know if you've seen a show there.
I've actually sat on a panel in there. It's so intimate.
Yeah.
It's a great room.
Great space.
So, and on your end, when it comes to Project Runway and all of this, what are you hoping to get out of that, and where are you hoping to take this in the long run?
Well, I would love to have my designs all over the country, but I think for me, it's that challenge of doing something that totally takes me out of my comfort zone, and I think you find that with acting as well. It's like you become something else beyond yourself, and that's what I'm really hoping to take away, just even from the experience of having to do a video and really articulating what I want to do with fashion, so
more than just own the store, more than just do some designs. You've got to figure out how to take that and turn that into a business and a brand and everything
and hopefully
beyond
inspire others that you don't have to, when I'm in New York City talking to people and they're like, there's fashion in New Mexico, and I'm like, yes, there actually is, and that's the whole problem that we have. We don't have design schools. We don't have accelerator programs. We're not connecting them to a larger market. And so that's what I'm hoping that one of the outcomes is something that I can help push.
I think people have the same perception about theater.
Exactly.
But we have, more theaters per capita in Albuquerque than anywhere else, right?
We have a thriving theater scene.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime someone says there's nothing to do in Albuquerque or nowhere to go, I'm looking at all the things that are going on and talking to friends and artists and musicians, and there's just such a huge art scene and theater scene here.
Right, and
which
I think
is really nice.
the Theater Guild has one of the best calendars of things to do.
Always ongoing.
And every weekend there's always some new play.
Usually 2 or 3 things.
Right. We had the folks from the Adobe on last week, and they give us a cool musical performance, and they got their show running right now. You guys' show is coming up. There's so much of this stuff. I think people just forget that you can find all of this stuff in Albuquerque. But then there's also opportunities, though. I mean, you can take it from here and do other things too, right?
Exactly.
And I know, has the movie production business helped you guys in the theater world, or are they two just different things?
There's some overlap. I think for what we
overlap.
have done, not as much, because we've really focused on
The live stage work.
live stage work. But some of us, do theater and film. But in terms of the Meganenas, it's been more film, live performance, looking at social issues and how do we raise awareness about that.
Yeah. What's the next one you want to take on? I'm sure writing this, you were like, okay, we got this one.
Oh, no, we had to cut out. We had to cut
stories.
out a lot of stories. One of the things we were talking about were immigrant children at the border and things like that. But on a lighter note, with this Chupa Cantina, because we do a lot of music, and the Meganenas have always incorporated music.
Was there singing in this?
Yes. Oh, there's a lot of singing, a lot of original
The
music.
nuns sing, bartenders
The
sing,
nuns dance.
primas sing.
We have a great rendition of Marvin Gaye's "What's Going On" translated into Spanish, and "The Sounds of Silence" translated into Spanish. So we have some beautiful renditions. But next venue, I think, is going to be the Chupa Cantina, just songs and chismar, which is just a bunch of gossip and fun in the bar.
That's it, like every night at the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
in New Mexico.
Right.
There's so many stories I think that can continue to take place in the cantina,
Right.
depending on what's current, what's happening in the community.
Right.
And that's what they'll talk about.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
And you guys have websites, and are you guys also on social media?
Yes.
So we
All
have
right.
a
Where
Facebook.
can we find you guys?
If you look up Las Meganenas on Facebook, you'll find our Facebook page there. And you can go like us and stay up to date on that information. It's the best place to find our information.
Great. And we got the events here. This is the poster for the show that's
Isn't that
opening this
great?
week. That is very cool.
So it's a friend of ours, Gigi Archibek, that did that original artwork. And she's just phenomenal. She does it all by pen and then colors it in by hand.
Oh, like an old school, like comic
school.
book design.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's very cool. And what in the website for your theater group is?
We
Our
don't
Facebook
have
page.
It is the Facebook page. Excellent.
It's our Facebook page.
And we can find all this at the NHCC.
Yes.
And there's plenty of ways to find you guys.
Yes.
And then in your case, with Runway Apparel,
Yes, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, YouTube, website.
how do
We're all
you
over.
keep track of all of that? I have a couple of those things,
Yeah.
and I'm on my phone all the time updating
Yeah.
them, and I had to cut it off after a couple of social media
It's
things.
hard because, Facebook, as you know, it doesn't share organically a lot. So unless you pay for boosting posts, so like anytime I can get friends to share that information, it's great. But I really love Instagram and Pinterest because it's visual for me.
And they're great for entrepreneurs and artists and everything, and
Yeah,
Instagram
yeah.
especially.
Yeah,
And then we've
exactly.
got our own social media that we love and our own awesome website. You can find us at themorningbrew.tv. And we have our own awesome social media stuff. You can find us on the YouTubes. And you can also find us on Twitter and tweet at us. We love it when you tweet at My Morning Brew.
Okay, we will
A whole
tweet
lot
at you.
more. Okay. We'll come back in just a couple of seconds, a little bit more of My Morning Brew.